Right, so today's process is quickly teaching you how to get the best climbing shoes. Right, fam, so the way you do this is basically you're going to try select the shoes which have the highest amount of quality and advancement warfare going on in relation to the price, fam. And the way it shapes your foot, obviously. So it's important to try out the shoes first. And this shop Up and Under is very good because the prices here are very, very reasonable.
Mohammed!
Look! It's too windy.
Mohammed, it's so windy.
Just walk. Why did you bring me to the beach? What am I doing at the beach?
I like...
Why did you go to the beach?
I like...
We should have gone to the woods.
No.
Why did we go to the woods?
I don't...
Why did you bring me to the beach?
Mohammed don't like...
I told you it's going to be windy.
No.
That's it, we're going to the beach. Right, so you've joined me out here in South Wales on a quick mission here today. Just made something out for Dave. I wasn't really going anywhere. And our water looking more menacing than anything I've ever seen in my entire existence, fam. I just feel like I'm just 1 or 2 waves away from basically being wiped out of existence. But I wanted to at least climb something, you know, before getting wiped out, because you gotta enjoy the process that life brings you sometimes and make the most of it. So just don't look at the ocean in these scenarios, forget that it even exists, just look at the rock. And at least if you get wiped out, you could die with a conscience of happiness, staying in tune, mastering that instinct on the rock surfaces, which excites your subconsciousness to begin with. Oh my days. Oh my days, that looks scary. That'll be a good line. I'll just keep my stuff ready just in case. Water's coming in too quick, so I don't want to make moves. Too dangerous.
Hello my friends, my name is Mohammed for the Apefoo. Man, please don't cheer.
There's somewhere else I wanted to go. Let's see there, look, sand point there, look. Derelict, grimy, abandoned. Solving the problems every single direction, my friends. Just depends on you scoping it out, measuring out the risk factor and equating that to the level of gains you want to try and materialize. It's quite cool. It's all by the coast, just depends on your exploration ability. So some of the holes might have been chipped and changed, part of the ecosystem. So let's enjoy it for what it is. Enjoy it for what it is. Overhanging gains here to be made, fam. It's about 45 degrees, kind of close to the ground. Makes it a lovely problem, but the holes, you know, gotta remember the water's hitting these things on a regular basis. You watch Pokemon, fam, that's thing weakness, so I reckon a lot of the holes have changed from the original ascent. Hello fellow YouTube audience, you've joined me here in the esoteric beautiful area just off the Bristol coast of Wales. Kinda near there, you can see Wales right there basically. It's on the other side, but it's really nice because it's like idyllic and it's in nature. And the rock looks like it hasn't been touched by any man's for eons, fam. It's definitely quite badly chipped, and you've got to be selective about the lines that you're going to try, because some of those lines in the books, fam, be more crustified and broken than the infestations and the microorganisms living within the cracks and the fingerprints of the holes while you're trying to caress to your own satisfaction, fam. So you've got to make sure that you're able to scope out the line which causes the least amount of damage. And yeah, there are loads of nice lines all along the coast. If you just had like a good eyeball for it, the endurance and the ability to piece them together with the risk factor which you want to be in your favor, you could be able to send any climb here. So what I'm trying to do is basically trying to link something from the right all the way to the left, but the rock is quite like chipped in places, so I'm playing it by the ear. So if I manage to send anything, it's a bonus today, let's be honest. yes, my respective audience, thank you for watching as always. Free Palestine, all the existences in the world suffering oppression unduly towards them, whether it be hungry, whether it be any sort of scenario. Everyone should be free from the oppression that world leaders bring on people. So some things are bigger than climbing, some things are bigger than sport. So it's good to speak up about these issues, you know, because the climbing community, in my opinion, does not do enough. There's a Climbers for Palestine union, but to be honest, there should be actual vocal action. Look how quickly you were to move on the LGBT flag. Cool. But anyways, yeah, this esoteric crag is amazing. There's loads of lines and stuff you could always make up, like you're starting from down there, you carry on all the way up into there, fam, to space, flying saucers, and it's just quite cool. It's like very good peace of mind, and it seems very abandoned and people haven't been there for generations, so it makes it quite unique in the same way. So I appreciate that, and you know, it brings a peace to the mind. And when climbing in these areas, obviously protect the rock. If it breaks or anything, and you can notify someone, then try and do that, because protect the experience for the next person. But definitely a lot of the problems have changed. And I'd say if you were to come here, fam, you might want to basically improvise, because with the improvisation, you could basically harness your own imaginative gains within your own actions, and it'll make the process far more engaging for you sometimes when you're problem solving for yourself, as opposed to following path lines and ways other specimens before you might have. So trust the experience yourself, and hopefully I'll carry on exploring. And free Palestine, fam. See, there's the rocks, and that's how nature takes toll of even the oldest and nicest establishments. So, what do you mean, which things? Like my climbing shoes. Wait, stop, brass. But it does look okay. In Mohammed, what's the game plan today, Mohammed? Tell me the game plan. What are we gonna do, brass? Yeah, these are some good edges. Looks a bit like churn it, man. Looks good. Let's have a look if this way is easier to get out. It's all a mess, fam. Fuck, it's so ancient, man.
Mashallah Muhammad.
Too nasty. Oh. Quick slow down.
तुम बहुत गंदी जगह पर आए हो.
A wasp. Hello, my respective audience. Assalamu alaikum. With the blessings from above, we're out here in Esoteria, the land of grime, the land of infestations, filth. I thought limestone was bad. Give me the camera, please. Yeah, I thought limestone was bad, fam, but this is a completely different level, fam. This has actually got entire micro climates and organisms existing on the rock. An entire ecosystem matrix of a different kind your brain has ever seen before existing. It's quite cool to be in the midst of nature, but at the same time you're definitely getting suffocated by it while you're climbing. Feels like it's feeding on you, fam. Yeah, it's a very tough time to climb in the year. If you want to avoid the sun, you want to come to places like this, but then you have to also understand that the climate is thriving, it's alive, and you can see the rock is thriving. It's like it's a living organism almost that's infesting and harvesting loads of microorganisms, which is cool. But even like normal organisms like anthropoids, different types of spiders. I mean, I just saw a wasp. Yeah, so you're going to be treading carefully in these areas, and preferably don't even get too excited while you're climbing here, fam, because it's definitely more grimy than you think it looks like in the pictures. Nah, to be honest, it's alright. I think it's just there hasn't been much rain for ages. So the water looks a bit dried up in the river, so it'll be nice if we had a bit of rain. Isn't it, Mohammed? Yeah. Don't need to wear chopples. My climbing shoes for this, I'm wearing the batas end of the year. Oh my god. The batas end of the year. Mr. The batas end. So much better as a climber when I use my entire limbs. And I could like cross through or do all sorts of sick things. Yeah, that was good. Yes, my respective audience. Yeah, so I'm done with this place now. Infestations were slightly too much to be handled. I think I got bit by about 2 or 3 insects. It was interesting, the campus version, and then I did the same climb like with feet. And then it makes no difference. Like it makes no sense to be so good at campusing, because to be honest, with your feet, things are just more flowy and feel way more natural. Plus, you can see the difference in terms of like how easy it moves on. Your footwork is good. So that was a good little interesting comparison. The rock quality was quite nice. It was a bit like Chanet, to be honest. Quite soft sandstone, it was nice. Ponty Common, yeah, I had similar rock. But yeah, I mean, I think I'll come back here when it's a bit colder. Right now, the climate's a bit too much like tropical, turning me into like predator, fam. You still got to do the missions with the kids to get them through these obstacles, fam. Let's go. Come to the Avon Gorge, fam, where there's random next westerners here, sorry, west way. But they told me off for trying to think about taking my top off, saying the area was controlled by everyone active, fam, and you've got to adhere to the rules. So we're watching ourselves right now. Let's just take our tops off to get them gassed. Okay, so there's a problem here called a arete. You've obviously come to a sports climbing crag to do bouldering, because it makes more sense that way. To be honest, these clowns are like doing like V-0 climbs. Like climbing a stair basically, all the way to the top, having a heart attack. You might as well put your pads there, find a series of really bad holes, climb to the top, jump off them, and do that repeatedly on different problems. But you end up getting way more of a pump, way more repetitions, way more gains. So in that sense, it's actually superior, rather than get the belay to the wives, take it, Rob. Fazal, man, please come back, I cannot do. Please, Fazal, I give up. Flaz, please. I don't want to hold the rope. I'll say, if you're holding the rope, you have one attempt and go, let's go home. With this, you don't really care. You let me do what I want. It's a free pass. I think you'd want to go. Oh, it's too hot. Right, my respective audience, thank you for watching. As always, now representing these new garms, individual which was made eons ago. This video is representative of the esoteric region of Bristol and the climbing within the vicinity of those areas, comprising of several different rock types, all within relatively ease of access and infestations beyond the wildest order. Now there's a reason where that word esoteric comes from. It's quite a cool, unique word, and that word actually encapsulates the environment of mystery, seclusion, being idyllic, and also relatively undiscovered. Even though people have probably been climbing on it for thousands of years, but undiscovered in terms of you as an individual may not necessarily go to these regions unless you naturally live within that hemisphere, within the geographical region of those areas. So with that in mind, tread with caution and understand that the rock may not see as much traffic as other bits in the peaks, the coastal stuff, or even South Wales. So it's unique in that way. But also that to respect the environment, the geography, the ecosystem, all the different living organisms within the area, and being fully aware of trying to maintain the good ecological ecosystem and balance within the areas, and making sure those insect bites are returned with the ultimate supreme manifestation of Gainz. If you want this t-shirt, let me know. I have a few in stock, and then hopefully we can support the cause of freeing people from Palestine, of all oppressive regimes throughout the world, and we could use this to help fuel positive change in community and positive well-being within our sport of rock climbing. Thank you for watching.